Hey! So, a lot of the people I meet say they want to go visit Norway, but they have no idea how to go about it or even how to buy the ticket. So, I decided to make a video to tell you how I do it. I am a huge fan of Delta, and one of the reasons being because they flew a flight in my honor when I had cancer, and they all sent me a picture with everyone in the crew holding up a picture of me and encouraging me to keep fighting. So I will forever be a Delta flyer. So the first thing I do is I look at the calendar and I decide 90 days in advance because that's the best time. Most inexpensive time to buy the ticket is at least 90 days in advance. So I look at the calendar, pick whenever I want to go, and then I make the decision to go. I tell my family I'm coming at this time, and then I request time off from the company and work out the details with them. Then I go ahead and buy the ticket with Delta, of course. My favorite stop is at Amsterdam, either Amsterdam or Paris. I like Amsterdam the most just because it's a super easy airport to navigate. The flight from Atlanta to Amsterdam takes about 8 hours, but between 8 and 8.5 hours. I prefer to fly out at night. I get on the plane about 10:30 p.m. I always get a window seat. It gives me that extra little piece of space to lean against the window when I go to sleep. And of course, I always love to see the plane take off and land. So that's an added bonus. I go on, I sit down and make myself comfortable. I bring one of those neck pillows so I can sleep well. You always get a blanket, so that's nice to snuggle up with. Then I eat a little bit, and then I go to sleep. There is a TV on the plane in front of you, so you can watch movies all night, but I prefer to sleep so that the next morning when I wake up in Amsterdam, I am somewhat well rested and makes the time change a little easier. Once I get to Amsterdam, I get off the plane. I walk to my next destination. I always allow myself about 2 hours, minimum of 2 hours in Amsterdam. You never know when you're going to be delayed. So then I walk from one side to the other. If I have extra time, I buy a coffee or whatever else I want. If you happen to be stranded in Amsterdam at the airport, let's say your flight was delayed and you couldn't get the next connecting flight, there's actually a hotel inside of the airport. So you just take the escalator upstairs and there's a hotel. So you can spend the night if you need to. I've never had to do this. Delta is usually always on time, and I always make my next connecting flight. So, no problem there for me. I always check the board just to make sure, a few times actually, just to make sure that the gate has not changed. Then I go over, hang out, and then I take the plane. When I get to Oslo, I go and pick up my luggage, and then I take either the local train or the express train into Oslo. You can buy the ticket right there. There's a little station right there. You can exchange money at the airport into Norwegian currency, and this is what the currency looks like. However, I usually don't, because in Norway, everybody uses cards, or I can take out money out of the ATM if I need to. So I just don't exchange the currency. Because I'm from there and I travel at least once a year to go home, I always keep some cash on hand. So I always have a little extra. And of course, my mom always gives me a little something when I get home. Express train takes about 20 minutes into Oslo, and the local train takes a little longer. The local train is, of course, a little less expensive than the airplane train, the express train. Then when you get to Oslo, you simply embark, and there you are. I am going to make another video that tells you how to get around in Oslo and from Oslo to other nearby areas such as Nesodden, which you will take just taking the ferry across the Oslo fjord. So, and where you can stay in Oslo, I'll include that as well. So subscribe below so you don't miss out on that second video. And I'll see you in Oslo.